Smash has to be one of my favorite series of all time just because of how fun each of the games are, and of course this video will be talking about the most recent title, Ultimate. I've been playing a lot of it since I got last year in March, and I'm still having a ton of fun with it. This to me has to be one of the best Smash games just because of how much effort that actually went into it, and it's just really fun. Of course this isn't the perfect Smash Bros game, as I will explain later, but it's still pretty high up there. Now I think it's a good time to actually just get into the video and talk about what I liked and disliked about the game. Of course, we always should start off with what I liked, and that has to be the roster. This has to be one of the best rosters in Smash of all time just because it adds every character from other games and it keeps on adding because there's a lot of DLC for it. Of course, as I said, there are a bunch of different characters and I always find it fun just to find out which one I like to play the most. And of course, after playing for a good year, I can say that I do definitely have my mains. And of course, I do think that a lot of the characters in this game are really unique. Even some of the Echo Fighters feel unique, like how Lucina is more offensive mouth, and how say Pichu is a faster Pikachu. I still do like this roster, and I think it's one of the best parts of the game since, again, it's really huge, and I feel you would find at least one character that you like to play as. Another big part of Smash, other than the roster, has to be the stages themselves, and the stage list is just as big as the roster itself. This has to have some of my favorite stages of all time because it's got stuff like Hyrule Temple, Hyrule Castle, WarioWare, Prism Tower, Dreamland, Yoshi's Island, Delphino Plaza, and many more. There are these versions of the stages, and then there was the Battlefield and Final Destination versions, which I really like because say if you don't really like playing on a certain stage because it moves around a lot, you could just put this on and still also listen to the music. I do know how there was the hazardless versions of the stages because you can turn it off, but again I still do like how you can just play on a Battlefield variant of that stage without having to toggle on different options and stuff like that. Another part I really do like definitely has to be the gameplay. It's pretty fast and responsive. I also do feel it takes out all the awkwardness from older titles, and to me it's just the most fluid game to play. Another thing that I find that Smash is really good is giving you options to play, and Smash Ultimate to me has the most options for how you want to play. From having stuff like stage hazards being on or off, stage morph, final smash meter, deciding what items you want, whether it's start battle or timed battle. There's a whole bunch of different rule sets you can make, and of course I didn't cover all of it, but there are a lot of options. I do know some of this stuff was in Smash 64, but Smash Ultimate takes all of the options in previous games, adds in this game, and adds more. Another really good thing that I really liked was having stock stamina battles, which I'm surprised it took him this long, but I'm glad it's here. This game also does have some side modes that I really do love, and I'm glad that some of them were brought back in this game because I really missed them at the start of Smash Ultimate, but then they updated it and now they're here. The new one that I have to love definitely has to be Squad Strike and its smaller variants within the rule sets, and to me this has to be one of the best side modes just because it's really fun, and I think my favorite one has to be that tag team one where once you die you swap over to a different character, and that one is my favorite mode in all Smash just because again it's just really fun. Then there was offline tournament mode, and I'm surprised it took him a whole game to add this one back in. But regardless, I still do love a lot of these new and returning modes, and it always gives me a good reason to come back to Ultimate. The tournament mode I really missed from Brawl because you could just add in a bunch of friends and add in a bunch of CPUs just to see who wins, and it also creates some really fun moments for me and my friends, so I'm glad that happened. The effort put into this game really does show, from the characters to the gameplay. These things make it almost perfect to me, but of course there has to be some things that just do not do it for me. One of these things definitely has to be the single player offerings. To me, Smash has always had some pretty good single player modes like event matches, adventure mode and melee, crazy and masters, and Smash Roll, and a whole bunch of other ones. And to me it's kind of sad to see that Smash Ultimate has very few single player modes, and the ones we do have don't really hold my interest for long. Classic mode is my favorite one just because each character has their own special path, but all the other ones are just fighting a bunch of AIs at once. And I know they did add in home run contest, but honestly, like All Stars, or at least this version of All Stars, it's just not hold my interest for long. I'm still hoping they add future updates that add in old modes like, event matches, but I'm not betting on it since they haven't really done that since, I think, again, home run contest. I do also know that World of Light is there, but honestly, it's just a whole bunch of random spirit battles, and it's not as interesting like when you get 5 to 10 hours in, just because, again, it is pretty much the same exact thing every single time. Another really sucky thing definitely has to be online, and I know with this one, a lot of people have complained about it, but it just really isn't that good. I feel it's a gamble every time I go online because I either get a pretty good connection with random lag spikes, or I just disconnect at random times and it's just really annoying. I always do try to play at the best times possible for me because, again, I want to try to go lag free for the most time, but even then I still feel it's like really bad sometimes, and I either, again, disconnect really early on, or I just can't really find a match that has really stable connection. I do find this to be more common in quick play in comparison to battle arenas, but again, it still can get really bad. But honestly, this game, I have very, very small things I dislike about it. I still find it to be one of my favorite fighting games and even one of my favorite Smash games of all time. It's still really super fun to play, either you play alone or online or with friends. I think for the most part, Ultimate has to be the most complete game to me, at least with the roster, and it has the most fun gameplay in the series, at least to me. It's an almost perfect fighting game to me. Of course, they can't fix this for future updates, but I won't hold it against them if they don't. It's just something I'm personally hoping for. But as always, we should go over the likes and dislikes before I finish the video. Likes: great roster, fun stages, really good gameplay, good customization for battles, and has some good side modes. Dislikes: most of the single player offerings aren't as great and will not hold your attention for long, and some really bad online. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys later, and tell me what you liked and disliked about Smash Ultimate in the comments, and see you guys later.